So I'm obviously going to talk to you about how important compliance is. I think you probably expect me to do that. My message is going to be that compliance is absolutely more critical than ever for us to be successful now and in the future than it's ever been before. And your role as leaders is more important than it's ever been. As we transform as an organization, the standards and the example you set are more important than ever. First off, I want to start by talking a little bit about our performance. This is on track to be another record-breaking year, after last year was the highest performance in Genentech's history in 43 years. At the same time, we have the foresight and the courage to make really bold changes to the way that we're operating. I see that as a sign of a really healthy organization. We're not changing because we're in crisis. We're changing because we believe this is the right thing to do, and we believe that this is going to set us up for even greater success in the future. What you need to be thinking about there is you're going into a new therapy area, and you're going into a rare disease. The importance of trust and reputation is extremely important. People don't know who Genentech is. We're going to be introducing ourselves to them over the next several years. And our reputation and our trust is going to be really, really important in these situations where there's really high stakes at play for that patient as to whether they decide to go on treatment, to go on our treatment. There's tremendous uncertainty in that political environment. And this, I just wanted to highlight the importance of reputation and trust when it comes to this policy environment. We as Genentech can get in to see absolutely anybody in Washington. And they don't see other people because of the reputation of the industry and because of the reputation of individual companies. Genentech's reputation allows us to get in and have substantive discussions and propose solutions. We can get in to see these people, but our reputation has huge, huge currency and allows us to be that partner, that solutions-oriented partner, to have credibility in proposing bold, major changes in policy. My priorities right now are threefold. One is the policy, and is to make sure we have a soft landing with regard to policy in Washington, that we, on the one hand, address the issues of sustainability of healthcare costs, which we know is something that needs to be solved, but at the same time, that we have a policy environment that incentivizes innovation in the long run, and hold those two things in balance and bring forward solutions that do those things. The second one is for us to grow through this period of biosimilars and this portfolio change. Just to remind people, this is historically the largest loss of exclusivity event in our industry's history. The third priority is continuing to make sure that Genentech is the amazing, special place that it is, that it attracts talent and innovates well into the future. And this is where transformation comes in. This is where our culture comes in. This is the important responsibility of stewardship, of making this organization viable and successful well into the future. So why does reputation tie into this? Well, if you look at the success of Genentech, it's been because we've been able to attract the very, very best people. And our reputation, just as it's important in terms of interacting on the policy side, this is really important as to why people would leave a tenured position in academia, where they're doing groundbreaking research at a top institution, why they would come to Genentech, leave that, but they wouldn't leave perhaps to join any other company, but they come to Genentech. And it's because of not just our innovation, but who we are and how we do it. The second one is our reputation is a competitive advantage. Maintaining our reputation is really critical for our future. I talked about our ability to attract the very best. That is going to continue to be a critical topic. They have to identify with the company and its values. And there's a tremendous amount of pride in our employee base and our future employee base in how this company operates, the decisions we make and how we make them. We know that we have a bold vision to deliver ever better patient outcomes with the healthcare system and reduce healthcare costs. That is so compelling. But that requires our customers to really trust us, to really trust that we have the right objectives, that bigger aim that's aligned with society's objectives. So once again, you can see how trust is really critical to us being able to be successful and realize that vision. And then lastly, I would say, for us to be successful in terms of changing the healthcare system, such as our efforts in Washington, this is really critical for us to be a solutions partner to really change the system we operate in. So I hope that it's really clear how important corporate reputation and trust is. The last point I would say, one that I haven't touched on in these slides, is that PHC, personalized healthcare, is also part of our future that's really critical for us to be able to address that cost equation and improve outcomes. And if you think about what's involved with that, with meaningful data at scale, with patients trusting data to us, there is a really sacred trust. Unless we can maintain the trust of people at large and society, then the whole potential of personalized healthcare could potentially be at risk. Yes, innovation is key to us, but how we've been operating sets us apart from the rest of the industry, allows us to attract the talent, allows us to partner with our customers, allows us to partner and have credibility with policymakers. The ability to continue to build and maintain trust will be a critical competitive advantage and critical to our success going forward. Now, as we evolve and we move to a more agile organization, it's even more important of a topic that our folks understand and feel supported as we start to create more and more bold partnerships with our customers, that we have a compliance framework and approach which stands us in really good stead as we go to a more agile environment. Your roles as leaders is becoming more and more important. And I hope you understand the topic of compliance is becoming more important.